Save Me is a song composed and sung by 4everfreebrony, with art by Marinlicious. It's a greatly enjoyable song for me, in spite of its rather dark tone and miserable musings. It seems to be a generalized song about depression, OCD, anxiety, and other mental illnesses or perceived imperfections in who we are as people, and how they damage us. How we can damage ourselves with our self-hatred. Nearly every lyric is of significant emotional importance to me. The protagonist first asks if anyone is listening in on them ramble endlessly, and apologizes if they heard. This tells us, immediately, that they view their passions and voices rambling rather than a valuable contribution. They equally berate themselves for showing weakness or vulnerability, seeing it as entirely shameful. But in the pre-chorus, they swiftly assure us that there's always time to make corrections, to fix themselves, fix mistakes. They have to be perfect. They can't ever and won't ever accept less from themselves. Does this ever end? Is good enough ever good enough? The answer is no. They suppose they're always changing, getting better, but the change is never enough. Not enough for what they demand of themselves, what their unrealistic expectations cry ravenously for: perfection. And lastly, they detail that, yeah, they're aware. They know about their problems, they know them by name and have them stowed in pretty little boxes, but what does that matter? They don't have the drive, the power, the will to fix them. And even though they beg again and again to be saved, they'll paradoxically never let anyone else touch those problems. They don't even know how to rest, how to recover from this endless, nightmarish spiral of self-sustained torture. Listening to this song, you may be surprised to hear, was deeply soothing, largely because I felt seen. I'm always pushing myself to change, to improve, to be better, because it's important to me, but no matter what I do to grow, I'm never enough for myself. I berate myself, often only see the bad in me, and feel ashamed when anyone sees how I treat myself. It never ends. I never get to rest, and I'm desperate to be saved, though I paradoxically don't want anyone to help solve my problems. I even have my troubles literally written and sorted, along with their solutions, ready to be fixed, but never actually followed through with. Hearing this track was helpful and ironically gave me a lot of hope. It's pleasant to listen to. In addition to the powerful lyrics, the song has an 80s synth vibe to it, along with a soulful vocal performance that places equal emphasis on the low whimpering whispers and the high pleading whines of this insufferable emotional pain. The cherry on the cake is that, hey, that's Starlight Glimmer right there. She's my favorite pony, and I relate to her and her struggles, like I relate to this song. I'm not in a place to objectively assign any sort of appraisal here, but I think it's beautiful, and I hope it also reaches many other people.